Hello, I'm Tim Rogers. You are watching Kotaku.com, and this is Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, everybody, for the Nintendo Switch. It's also out on the PS4. It's out right now. And I love Chocobos. I love buddies. I love Mysterious Dungeon games. I love old-fashioned, deep, hard, weird roguelikes. And I love the Nintendo Switch. I love it so much you can see my Nintendo Switch is at 12%. I just want to point out the way they say everybody, every space, and buddy, exclamation point. There are people at Square Enix who are, I don't want to say fans, they're viewers of my videos. And they are followers of my Twitter account. And I know for a fact that they've been following me on Twitter for long enough to have seen me call my readers or viewers everybody with B-U-D-D-Y instead of B-O-D-Y. Not saying that they plagiarized me, because if they did, I love it. And I'm flattered. Go ahead and get on Twitter.com, search @108, and then everybody, B-U-D-D-Y in quotation marks, with or without a space. And I just love this box art. I can see so many familiar characters, and the characters I don't know offhand, they look like Final Fantasy. It looks very good. We're going to close Mario. And we're closing the software. And you'll see that I've got my Kotaku account, Mimsy, and I've got J Biffus. J Biffus is my Japanese account. We will not be talking about Bibbus, Biffus, Frambino, Mumby, Dabby, Baby Child, Big Friend, and Plumpy, or any of the bedtime buddies on this stream. I don't want anybody to plagiarize my stuff. Oh! Yes! I gotta say, this is only my second time seeing this title screen, and it's just really hitting me. You've got to love something/everything about a game that busts out the downtown, honk town, clown town, bonk around music right at the beginning. You get record scratching, you get silly horns. The kind of music Ronald McDonald would listen to in the shower. You know what I mean? Just to get up in the morning. And it's like, look at this. They weren't kidding. There's all of my buddies are here. Every buddy I have is here. You can see we've got like a thief Chocobo, a black mage Chocobo, white mage Chocobo, clown Chocobo, red mage Chocobo, sheep Chocobo, sort of a classic Sid Highwind Chocobo, knight Chocobo, dragoon Chocobo, dark knight. I mean, somebody told the Chocobo to get a job, and he got a job. You'll see I've already played through the first, I'm nearing the end of Chapter 2, and I am playing it on hard. We're going to actually, so I'm going to start a new quest just to show you the beginning. There's normal, and there's hard. So here's the thing. They don't call it easy, they call it normal, which makes me think it's sort of chill to play on. I'm gonna start it on hard. I don't want to start it on easy. One of the distinguishing characteristics of a Mysterious Dungeon game is the strictness, the way the difficulty kind of really smacks you around. Oh, what a lovely day this is here, huh? Look at this this strange duo, Fuzzy Chocobo, and then, I mean, look at his steampunk Onisan that is sitting with him. That's Sid. Sid is a bit of a red mage.
You're certain to find what you seek there.
A little bit of a gunslinger and a dark tower going on here. That looks very similar to the Tower of Babel as it appears on the overworld map of Final Fantasy 1. Little callback to anybody who played that game. If you play this game, it is so full of little references like that it's just sort of beautiful. Now, this game was originally released on the Wii back in, I believe, 2008, though it has been remastered heavily, and they've added a couple of systems. Remastered quite heavily. CG's all very nicely redone. The graphical assets are all very, very nicely cleaned up. Still has a somewhat low polygon count. Notice I just expertly talked all the way through that loading screen.
Here we are.
When
This is
people,
the Tower in the Sands. It harbors timeless power if you believe the rumors.
Sid, no offense, buddy, but I'm going to be the one doing the talking here.
Ready, buddy?
Ready, buddy? Sid is talking to the Chocobo in a mannerism affectatious of a Costco dad. Okay, this is the first instance of the Chocobo speaking, and his, first of all, queh. It doesn't sound like he said queh. It sounds like a Q. It sounds like an actual, I don't think that's how it goes. Here, finally he's not talking. So, glad to see you're raring to go. First, let's take a look inside that bag of yours. That's, God, buy me dinner first, buddy. Right? I mean, keep an eye on your items, all right, buddy? See, it sounds like he's telling it like he's a Costco dad. You notice a father at Costco never calls their son by the name. A father, and this is my experience, I guess. When I say Costco dad, I'm like, my only experience with fatherhood is vicarious and occurs at Costco. There's my bag. There's nothing in my bag. You wanted me to look at it. You wanted me to look at it is what you wanted. I looked at the bag, man. You'll notice on the status page we have his job level as a freelancer. Freelancer is what they call supine or squire in the official Final Fantasy V localization. Supine in Japanese is actually a word that just means like bear, like typically used by women to refer to not wearing makeup. Get items. So a Mysterious Dungeon. Like, Mysterious Dungeon is interesting. This series started in 1993 with the game Torneko no Daibouken Hoshigi no Dungeon, which was a game built around the character of Torneko, the merchant from Dragon Quest IV, who was like a breakout popular character because his segment involved running an item shop, which was super meta back in the 1990s. And Chunsoft, who did a lot of technical development for Enix at that time. God, this is really momish for the beginning of a dungeon. He's just really teaching me about the stuff. It's incredible how well this dungeon is just showing me all the stuff I need. So Torneko's Mysterious Dungeon was the first one, developed by Chunsoft, who did a lot of technical development on other Enix games at that time. And they just sort of went from there. The next one was Shiren the Wanderer, which was an original character. And since then, they've honed this game design, which is based originally on Rogue. So, I mean, it's an original roguelike before that was a word that they put up on the screen during an Xbox press conference. Okay, so there's a hunch there's an invisible trap. You always have to be suspicious. There you go, that's a trap. And then by holding the Y button, you can change your facing direction. Economy of movement is super important in a Mysterious Dungeon. So we've just identified that, obviously, if there's a trap there, that would suck. There we go. Yeah, they really want you to... Okay. Okay, so that's good. There's another one. I mean, this is just how you do these. It's very Rogue inspired. Clearly that one's not a trap, because there are flags in the game to not allow that to happen. Once you go to a new floor, you can't turn back. Very important element of a mystery dungeon. These games do a very good job of having a nice slice in the beginning where they give you an extremely simple dungeon to teach you just the fundamentals of the game. And then once you're into it, they do some story stuff, and then they teach you the meta game, which is all the stuff that happens outside of the dungeon. Whenever you move or act, an enemy moves or acts too. So yeah, this enemy's over here. I really don't need a text box every time the Chocobo makes that sound. Use the Y button to face him. Attack. So you just attack to waste turns. Now we hit him. Oh, you want to hit me? That's convenient. Oh, I missed. Missed twice. This Chocobo needs to go to take some accuracy lessons. Needs to sign up for the School of Getting It Done. Yeah, let's go to the next floor. Simple first dungeon. Just very, very seamless. So in this first, yeah, let's fight them all off in the passageway behind me. Okay. Yeah, so this is very important. Something to learn. I'm gonna get in here, and I'm gonna turn around, and here we go. This allows you to funnel enemies into a room. This is something they've been teaching you at the beginning of these mysterious dungeons since a long time ago. I've leveled up. You start the dungeon on level 1 every time. I mean, it's a roguelike. You've played these before. So what you're getting when you get a mysterious dungeon, and they've been using it as branding for literally 26 years. There's a Pokemon one. My favorite one is on PS2. It's the Tower of Druagam one by, yeah, I will select the ability. I will use the Chocobo kick, yeah. His tutorial is slightly unhelpful because he doesn't get it right. Okay, so we've got him lined up. He just tells me to do something. He doesn't tell me when. Expects me to be paying attention. These games definitely reward you for paying attention. I think, and this is just me being, I know this is the boss, so I'm just going to blast him with a special attack. I know this is just me being a guy who's been playing these as some kind of elitist punk jerk for years. But I think this one's too easy. There, he's dead. It's a little bit too forgiving with some stuff, which is why I think that the help is really nice. Every mysterious dungeon has elements that you carry outside of the dungeon that allow you to go in better. There's a storage facility in town. You can bank your money in there. I told you, Sid, I'm the one who's going to do the talking here. God. All right, here we go.
Hold it.
Hold it. I love how it was like a man's
For a long
voice.
time no see, my fellow courageous treasure hunters.
And that is sure a line of dialogue that somebody wrote.
And Volg.
Irma and
I
Volg.
wonder,
That's
was this
obviously
the
their
treasure
names.
you were talking about?
That's the
Fellow
crystal from the title
McDonald?
screen of Final Fantasy V, it looks like.
Well, I'd say you were a tad too late.
Don't say a tad too late. Nobody actually says a tad. It looks like you were too late. A tad too late is like what you would expect a cartoon villain to say, though they actually don't. A tad is like sort of a phrase that Mary Poppins would use off camera. This white screen is hurting me, man. You're giving me a headache here. What is it with games having white screens all the time now? I was playing this in portable mode. The white screens weren't bugging me as much. Now I'm plugged into the dock. I love this pairing of music. This cartoon rinky-dink Teletubbies taking a dump. Tuba's just kind of honking while this Chocobo suffers this terrifying dimension-rending experience. Here it comes, though. Ronald McDonald in the bathtub once again. I just love how hard silly they went with their stuff. It just feels right. The music is just so well, nicely mixed and produced, and there's so many. I mean, even in portable mode, this game runs at a rock solid 60 FPS. And I mean, that makes sense because, again, this white loading screen. God, I gotta look at the ground for a second. Okay, I'm looking back up. Even on portable mode, it's running at a rock solid 60. Its heritage as a Super Famicom original carries through into the modern era. Game's just smooth as heck. Less so in the cutscenes, but the game is just totally smooth. Man, Steampunk Nissan is he's a little bit, he's a little ani-keyed out there.
But what is this place?
What is this place? Big Brother Sid. Chocobo's just a fun character. Those expressive eyes. That little satchel.
Tower of the Sands anymore, are we?
No, there's no sand. I like how gray the sky is in this town. My buddy Chocobo.
World hunting for treasure.
Just like a goddarn Costco dad is what, that was what Chocobo said.
Hello. Welcome to the town.
Welcome to the Town of Lost Time.
My name is Gale.
My name is Gale, and I was kicked out of Kingdom Hearts.
I can't quite remember for sure, but it feels like it's been a long time since we last welcomed visitors to our town.
The town of last time.
Since the last time they welcomed visitors, does he mean that the last time there were visitors, they didn't welcome them?
Do you think we've somehow
They
ended up in
excluded
another
them?
world?
Chocobo reacts to every question, however grave, with the same enthusiasm. Love being able to see the angles on the bell. Not even meaning that in any kind of a backhanded fashion.
Sounds like a bell ringing.
I'm starting to view
What?
lower polygon
That's the
counts
bell of
as
oblivion. It makes you
kitschy,
forget
as
just about
retro,
everything.
as that's as appealing to me as pixel art. I was scrolling through the Nintendo Switch store and just looking at all the
More importantly,
low-key, low-budget pixel art RPGs that are on there. Uh-oh. Sid has forgotten.
Well, if you've already forgotten, perhaps it was never worth remembering in the first place.
Man, I love how loud the music is.
You forget all your troubles.
This bursting loud music,
I quite agree.
just drowning out their speech.
Makes me happy.
No memories means everyone can be happy. Lord.
Mr. Roche, Amori.
To paraphrase The Matrix,
It's
ignorance
just
is
as we all
bliss.
say. Forget, there's no trouble or conflict. All anger and sadness wiped clean away.
Wow,
hey, hold on.
that's sinister.
What's wrong with you people? Miss, have we met before?
Chocobo sounds a little bit like Pikachu.
No, I don't think I know you.
I mean, that's probably what they were going
I
for.
guess this is the first time we've met.
Of course it is. Allow me to be the first
Oh,
to
again,
welcome
the
you
music
to our
volume is just blowing my mind. I love it. The white mage is here.
People.
Sherma, don't be so rude. How about acting more grown up?
Not to
Wow.
worry. And who might you be, Missy?
Sherma Magna. I live on Stella's farm just outside.
Oh, the
town.
music from Corneria.
Listen,
Oh,
you
I
have
haven't
to
touched the
hurry up.
controller in so long. The screen went
The
dim.
bell's going to ring and you'll lose all your memories.
Sherma,
This is the music from
we've talked about this
Corneria in Final
before.
Fantasy 1.
We're the ones who are ringing it.
Everyone forgets?
Because of the Bell of Oblivion?
We need to go.
You know, you can't say Oblivion anymore without somebody thinking of
What's the problem with forgetting things? Oblivion is bliss.
Oblivion is
you know.
bliss.
Are you
Well,
serious?
I prefer Skyrim.
Give up your memories of the people and places you
You
love just like
you
that?
can't say Oblivion anymore without somebody thinking about
It's not too late. We're
the video
happy
game
to have
Oblivion
you
or
with
the
us in
excellent Tom
Moscow.
Cruise film.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Stella's farm is safe.
Aunt Stella's farm? Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
The bell.
I mean, when I'm choosing where to live, I definitely don't touch my chocobo. I definitely prefer to live somewhere where I can't hear bells ringing. Having said that, I do live very close to a large Roman Catholic church. Listen to that Chocobilly Farm music, Final Fantasy VII. Bring me all the way back and just leave me there. Came here with my Aunt Stella. All right. Sure her name's not Sheila? Is what the Chocobo asked. I mean, just look at this quaint art, this cute art. Oh, he can't remember anything. Sid's got a headache. Don't think too hard, buddy. Oh, he does have a headache. Just come in and rest. Taking a nap on the farm, as they say.
Your friend, Sid, right?
A little bit of Final Fantasy IV music
You must
here.
have been really wiped.
Aunt Stella.
You're plenty lively, though. I'm Stella. Nice to
Plenty
meet you.
lively. You're plenty lively. Oh, you ought to see me.
Are you saying
When-
thanks?
Sherma, since when
I
do
don't
you
even.
understand Chocobo?
I'm just laughing at whatever. I didn't even have anything in mind to say.
Clear as day to me when I look into those big shiny eyes.
Oh yeah, he's got big eyes.
Is it now? Not to me, I'm afraid, but I suppose you can interpret for us.
You can't look at the chocobo and just kind of figure it's thinking about pecking some grain or jumping in place or just waddling awkwardly.
So, where are you from? Why come here of all places?
Auntie, I don't actually speak Chocobo, remember?
Why was she saying? She was saying it to her, not to the chocobo.
Just say que or whatever, and he should be able to make sense of it, right?
Wow, that's that won't take you very far if you ever decide to travel overseas.
You really think so? Okay. Quit.
No, she said the chocobo said Q Q Q.
Huh?
am I just like, am I freaking out here, or am I just,
Why didn't you say so?
or is the romanization of Q as Que something they've just carried over since Final Fantasy VII? It just bothers me. I'm sorry to be bothered by that. You know what I really like, though? Did anybody see Solo, A Star Wars Story? Where there's a scene that reveals why Han Solo and Chewbacca can understand each other.
All right.
I thought that was really funny.
What happened to your staff?
Or, I mean, why Han Solo can understand Chewbacca. If nothing else in that movie, and the movie is fine. Weird, pulpy, strange
Must have left it somewhere in town.
action film. I had a good time.
Dear.
It was weird as heck.
Going back to lost time.
I have to, Auntie.
But I loved. Gotta find my staff. She's gotta find her staff. We're gonna go help her find
I know
them.
it's important, but still. Chocobo, would you please go with her?
First, you make no effort to try to understand my language. You don't look me in the eye when you ask me about myself. But then you look straight down at me and give me a command. And of course, cheerfully, the Chocobo accepts. Sure to save when you finish adventuring. I'll save when I feel like it, actually. If you would like that. Detailed game instructions. All right. Chocobo waddles awkwardly. Nonchalantly, the Chocobo wanders. The creature comforts he has experienced in polite human society have dispelled from him every notion of his species' pre-inclination towards sprinting everywhere. Enter the dungeon. Dungeon Hero X. Combat is turned. Okay, so they do a very good job of teaching you all the fundamentals. And then they do a very nice job of trusting you to figure out the rest yourself. I like being able to walk around the house. Chocobo actually can sprint. You want to see? Wait, hold on. Give me stuff. Yeah, the town is loaded with stuff. There's all sorts of metagame content to experience in the town. I'm going to not read the rest of these books, because that's not good television. I'll tell you a secret. When you're streaming or making a video about a game, you tend to not pay as much attention to the tutorials. Because, you know, it's not good television to sit there and read stuff. Oh my god, the man with the machine gun. Final Fantasy VIII, Laguna. If you're not chill with this tune, there's something seriously up with you. It's a Batman Moogle. Chocobo just immediately applauds. Just the most easily impressed video game protagonist probably ever made. Is that an LA Confidential reference?
His true identity is a closely guarded secret.
I think he's just a Moogle.
ERO stands for
The ERO stands for... What does it stand for? I don't know. I came up with like a million things. Okay. Anytime there's a joke like this in a video game that's been translated from Japanese, just assume that it was some inscrutable reference to something. The voice actor didn't get the present, or was not directed to get it. I'm the proud owner of a buddy registry. So first of all, as soon as I write a name in a buddy registry, I feel like, you know, I personally am not in the habit of hanging out with anybody who has been registered. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, the minute somebody's registered, even by me, I can't do it. Oh, he can't remember if we've met before. This town's all about, you know, people forgetting stuff. Yeah, you can go away now. I'm going to go to the dungeon. Chocobo got a buddy registry. The whisperweed is the thing he uses to annoy you with. So, that's great that he has the ability to do that now. Rock solid 60 FPS. Not on that loading screen animation, though. Town of Lost Time, or Lostime. Hello, sir.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh, he's the fire department. What's up, bud?
Welcome to Medit's Medicines.
There's a fire. Look at this guy. Is this guy Simon Belmont from Captain N, the Game Master? Shout out to that guy. Using the D-pad to move because I don't like the analog stick. I'll use the analog stick. Because using the D-pad makes you look like that.
Oh, Chocobo! I found my staff!
Oh, I thought she was referring to a large group of the people who she employs to do work for her, not... Should have said a magic staff. I guess you're supposed to assume the adjective magic on anything that a wizard speaks of. Clock Tower Piazza. Piazza is, fun fact, that's Italian for plaza. Not Italian for pizza. Yeah, look at this guy, straight up Captain N, the Game Master's Simon Belmont with the Jack 2 goatee. They can't use fire in town.
That's right. My cafe can't even serve hot cocoa.
This cafe can't serve hot cocoa. So I like this. I like how infantilized and childish the plot is. He's talking about cocoa, not even coffee or tea.
Sushi, 'cause my fish soup's an absolute bust. Isn't there something we can do? I don't even know what the cause of the
I love how this
problem
world
is.
has sushi in it.
But don't worry,
So the story's all just very,
and it says a
you know, very cartoon, you know, baby boy cartoon, you know?
Looking an out-of-towner do than we can.
Just little cartoons for like kids.
Hey, what's
Just
going
chill
on?
cartoons.
Suddenly got very dark.
And they do this. They have this kid-friendly
What's that?
cartoon atmosphere, and then once you get into the game, oh, it's the meteor from Final Fantasy VII. Once you get into the game, it's like this. It's grim.
Run for it!
Oh, you can't run from that any more than you can run from the fate that awaits all humans. And that's it. They're dead. Oh, yeah. What landed on the ground?
Did you see that? Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out, Sherma. I'm surprised that it's a black background and not a white background.
An egg?
It's an egg.
Looks like it,
Let's
Sherman.
eat it.
Strange thing to fall from the sky.
Strange thing to fall from the sky and not break when it hits the ground, I think you should say.
Wait, I think the egg is hatching.
Oh, is it hatching? Have you ever cracked an egg and there's literally another egg inside? Like, another eggshell?
It's a baby?
That's never happened to me. Egg baby. Egg baby with a weird little... How long is the cry gonna go? There we go. That's a long... I skipped through it the first time I played through this game.
How do we make it stop?
Alright, you stupid egg baby. Well, it stopped already. It's not crying now.
There, egg baby. It's gonna be okay.
I will say that when I first played this game and I saw the egg baby, I said, egg baby! Before she called him egg baby, and I felt like a genius. Again, they're spelling that wrong.
Thanks, Chocobo. You're a great help.
Yeah, I mean, with the Chocobo didn't do anything. Googlig splurth. Ha ha ha. Splurth? That is a very difficult word to pronounce phonetically. The phonetic action on that is wild. It's almost a Russian level of phonetic action. A Russian level would be like splurth. Splurth would be like a Russian level without actually sounding like a Russian word.
He's a cutie.
It's just, I'm talking about phonetic complexity.
Though, isn't it? I'm fairly sure
I like how
babies will come
Paul
to
F.
eggs that
Tompkins
fall
here
out
is
of the
playing this
sky.
character Gale. It's like Gale. That's like a Final Fantasy hero name. It's like weather. Gale force winds, squall, cloud, lightning, Gale.
Yes, that's it. This baby is...
It's my baby. Oh, the bell's ringing. Oh, the bell. Big wild bell.
Me. Hold on. What did I just think of? What was I doing again?
Oh, he's done forgot already. Oh my God. Paul F. Tompkins got a puzzle piece black hole over his head. Oh my God, he's wilding out. We're gonna have to get in his head. Let's get in there.
Huh?
Okay, so Egg Baby is Egg Baby's got a bit of a weirdness. Willfully, and also by some telepathic magic, Egg Baby entered the puzzle piece black hole above Paul F. Tompkins' head. We're gonna get in there. Oh, I have to talk to him in order to... And what am I, Rather, who am I? Yeah, can I get in there? Disappeared into a whirlpool. I wouldn't really call that a whirlpool. I would call it something, it looks like a goddarn black hole. A pretty brooch. Clip it on, bro. Brooch of memories. LNR in front of a black whirlpool to use it. Okay. Key item. Alright, so this is how we get into these dungeons. So the game has many dungeons. It has, this particular Fushigi no Dungeon is, related to a character's memory. So you go inside, and you accomplish something. And the whole... Again, this is a remaster of a game that was released back on the Nintendo Wii. However, they've added a new system, this buddy system, where when you slay monsters, when you completely own them, when you turn their bodies into filth and their bones into trash, they leave behind ghostly buddy points. I don't have any buddy points. I need 10 buddy points to unlock bats. I've only fought bats so far. And you'll notice this is also the crystal that lets you level up. Jobs. You get jobs by finding them in dungeons. You start at level 1 every time you enter a dungeon. However, you can level up your... Wait, I'm on level 3. Am I wrong? Does this mysterious dungeon have persistent leveling? Yeah, he can use that thing to annoy me. That's great. Press Y to face an enemy. Yeah. So there's a lot of little quality of life changes that have been made to the Mysterious Dungeon series over the course of the 26 years of its history. However, one thing that always stays sweet. I'm literally right at the exit on the first floor. I got spawned right in front of the exit. That's funny. It's not good television, unfortunately. I'll do this. So, you can't hit around a corner. This is getting technical way too soon. You can, like, aim around a corner, but you can't hit. We're going to take that potion, or ether, whatever it is. They look the same. Rusty Town's +1. I'm going to go ahead and equip the thing that has a +1 on it. Okay. I didn't equip anything in the tutorial dungeon, because, you know, who cares? And then give me that rusty saddle. Put a rusty saddle on? Don't try to tell me, if I'm a bird with, like, human intelligence and large enough for you to ride, and you've ridden birds like me before, don't sell me a saddle and call it fashionable. That's weird. Buddy points. So yeah, when you kill enemies, you'll pick up buddy points sometimes. Not all the time. And then once you level up your buddy rank, you can become buddies with the monster. And you can't become buddies with enemies you've never defeated. Yeah, even if you increase your rank. However, you can unlock, like, buddy ranks determine which enemies of which type you can, the trap failed to trigger. God. I just walked right into a trap. I guess let's go to the next floor. I'm going to get buddy points and try to become buddies with some bats or some goblins. Because once you have a buddy, it's pretty good. Ah, the skeleton woke up. Did not want him to wake up. Okay, we got some experience. And these are job points, which level up the current job that you have equipped. So, Mysterious Dungeon games differ in difficulty over the years. Some of them are harder, some of them are easier. This is kind of a chilled out, more relaxed. Rusty Town's +3. I don't like that they're rusty, but I like that they're +3. So we're going to put that on. The easy or the normal mode of this game lets you keep equipment if it's equipped when you die, which I find completely wild. I'm going to leave that there. I found the exit. Oh, missed. Level ups increase your... They maximize your HP. They put you. They heal you. Goblins have this neat thing where they'll... This is the common behavior. So he moves away from me twice, and then he'll move toward me on the next move. So, basically, you look at enemy behaviors so that you can predict accurately what they're going to do. They're very predictable. Enemies have very predictable behaviors in Mysterious Dungeon games. And if they didn't, why would you play it? I mean, if they're just doing completely noisy stuff, it would not be a fun game. These games are very well designed. Math is extremely well tuned. Small integers. Comes from this tabletop tradition. Mayor Gale having his memories here today. That's a food trap, which will heal me. If it traps, if it trips, it trips. That's good. There's a chance that the food trap won't. More job points. Okay, so I have leveled up and I can now become buddies with the bat. First of all, it's a little bit weird. Select a buddy to accompany the buddy from the buddy registry. Or to use a change crystal. So, and then you can also play 2 players and somebody can be the buddy and the buddy can move at all they want in between the Chocobo's moves. However, they can only attack once. And this is kind of fun. I love it. The buddy goes before Chocobo, obviously, because otherwise things would get a little hairy. We're going to keep looking here. Alright, Goblin. I want to be friends with a Goblin. I want to be a Goblin buddy. So he moves away once. He moves away twice. Then he moves forward. There it is. Just learn your Goblin patterns. I mean, every other enemy has a... They have... Every enemy has a pattern. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, I don't have a character one yet. Monsters. Monsters. So, I don't know how to actually equip a buddy from... It says you can equip a buddy from the registry, and it's like, I don't know how to do it. I've only been able to do it so far from the crystal at the beginning of a dungeon. That weird split pea soup looking background. I want him to live. Heck. Oh, excellent. Crikey. Oh, you ain't got nothing on me. Oh, I thought I was facing the right way. Chocobo's body has too many feathers and stuff sticking out of it. It's not always easy to immediately scrut what direction he's facing. We're going to just bonk rod this goblin. Miss. Oh my god. Yeah, don't stand on the stairs, buddy, because that's where I'm going. I cannot bring a goblin along as my buddy. It's the proudest moment of my life. Chocobos eat these greens. I am doing real good on stats because this is a baby dungeon. So I'm going to just go ahead and explore out the floor. Food trap. There we go. I'm at 100% food. You want to hit me? Because I want to hit you. Oh. And just completely flubbed it. Chocobo. Heck is wrong with you, pal? Enemies do respawn. Just a nice, pure, simple little game. You know what you're getting as regards the rock solidness of the game design. You know what you're getting with the game design. And then you also get just some sweet polish. Yeah, I love it. I'm just gonna keep hitting this guy. Miraculous shell. Gains protect. Just gonna keep kicking you in the head. Chocobo kick. You want one of these? Actually, let's not use that until his shell is gone. He just knocked me back. Notice he only makes a move every 2 turns of mine. Good reason for that. This guy's not a real boss. He's just kind of a chunk boss. Oh! Flat on his back. Got a leather saddle. 675 or 765 gil. 675 area code for Lafayette and West Lafayette, Indiana. In case you didn't know that, you want to call somebody at Purdue University. Look at this precious child. I propose we call him Raffaello. Oh, that's not the end of the level. I picked up my coffee because I thought it was a cutscene. Knight's memories. So now you can have jobs. I cannot change my job to be a knight. A filthy little baby is sitting here. His diaper full of baby trash. I judge this child as slightly too young to talk, much less say a full word like Chocobo. Again, what do I really know about children? All my experience with parenthood is vicarious and happens at Costco. Come on, buddy.
There is only
Come on, buddy.
one rule that must absolutely be followed.
Oh, yeah.
That is to forget.
This is his only rule.
When you forget, conflict, anger, sadness, everything's wiped clean away.
Guy loves forgetting stuff.
When you remember
Anybody out there in the
only
chat
brings disaster.
or in the comments,
And as mayor,
you ever forget
inviting
anything?
Disaster is unacceptable.
It's weird. I mean, I don't understand how people can forget stuff.
Oblivion is a virtue.
I like Skyrim better, though.
My name is
Fun
Ken,
fact, I've never
and
forgotten
I
anything in
am
my
this
life.
town's
Can you believe
mayor.
that? Just me. White background's a little bit much there. Don't need it like that. Really don't need it on a loading screen. Come on, man. Oh, I still got the puzzle hole on the head. The brain cloud.
What's going on? Everything's turned white.
Oh, she could be talking about modern television UI design. Oh my god. Again, you're burning me. You're burning me.
Chocobo, baby. Thank goodness you're all right.
Chocobo and baby. Just call it the baby baby.
Thanks, Chocobo. You're a lifesaver. Here.
Yeah, the Chocobo did actually do some work there, so.
Share?
The baby knows my name.
That's my name.
The baby can talk.
Right.
Should
I
be more
remember
confused
now.
that the baby
This
can talk.
baby, his name is Raphael.
Raffaello. His name should be Donatello.
Mayor Gale?
Her mouth is moving way too much. I'm forgetting the words that she's saying as she's saying them.
Yes, indeed. I've remembered something I'd forgotten.
So does that go against his policy that
Just
forgetting
a
is
few from the
a
egg.
virtue?
Why would you have a memory of that?
Yeah, well, who put the baby in the egg is the question. Chocobo, yeah, that's me.
Perhaps it is a little odd.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut you off there.
If Mayor Gale can remember something by being around the baby, maybe Sid will regain his memories too.
Memory baby.
Chocobo, Raffaello.
I believe
let's go back to
Sony,
the farm.
when they invented the memory stick, they wanted to go with memory baby first, and then they couldn't get the license to use actual human bodies. Again, I didn't finish that joke. Why did I remember that? I'm asking myself that every day, buddy. Oh my god, it literally let me do one button input, one click of the Nintendo Switch chiclet D-pad, and then suddenly... Oh, he just waddles off. I like that. I want to get to a point in my life where I dress similarly enough to a man about town that I can walk like that. You know? The dandy strut. Just arms kind of, what they call a little bit loose at the elbows, I believe is the old Victorianism there. So they've opened the storage facility. Storage facilities in Mystery Dungeons are good. Wait, where is it? That's enough? Go home? Excuse me? I wish she worked in this office. And I wish she was here last night. Because, I was just tweaking the most nonsensical thing on a video I was making. Oh, yeah. Chocobo can dash. What about you? You gonna tell me to go home? It's too dangerous? Are you kidding? I just killed a god-darn turtle 18 times my size. Oh, that little camera angle slant is sweet. It just looks like Final Fantasy, doesn't it?
Hello, Chocobo.
Oh, yeah, I knew he wasn't going to say the rest of that sentence. Blaru's storage. Of course, if you're a Final Fantasy IV fan and you've never played this game, you already know who the storage person is. It's Fat Chocobo.
Thank you.
Ahoy there. Thank you for your custom. They call me Noiru. No, they don't. Nobody calls you that. Find any trinkets. Pretty penny. Yes, you can buy. What are you buying? Was that a Resident Evil reference? So you can buy spells. Spells let you use a couple of magics. We're gonna not do that. I don't want to buy those yet.
Hello, Chocobo.
Oh, that's a voice. This guy likes fish, so that's another one of the medicines. You can put items in Gil in storage. Okay, so we're gonna... Basically, you want to just throw stuff in storage. You'll notice how quick and responsive the UI is, because these games are all about being played. Whoa, hold on. They're all about being played. So the UI responds super quickly. This will put me up to 3. Okay.
Hello,
Extremely
Chocobo.
responsive UI. It's perfect. Like this disappearance happens instantly.
Hello, Chocobo.
Slides in, and I think it's about 12 frames. You ever want to hear me talk about UI for about an hour? Just buy me a Diet Coke, basically.
Welcome.
A goblin is who I am. Oh, my bunker buddy. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to tell the fortune. In fact, I shouldn't have enough money to even consult with any psychics. I should be locking that money up. Hold on.
Hello,
Big boy.
Chocobo.
We're going to go ahead and deposit Gil. It won't let me wrap around. It should let me wrap around to my max. Patch it in, Square Enix. I don't know, just put 750. I want to carry 19 Gil around. That's good. I have it on hard mode, so when you die, you just kind of lose bonkers amounts of stuff. It's just like Dark Souls. Here I have to clarify that... Oh my god, even a dog is talking to me now. Crikey. Sherma took the baby to Stella's farm? Can't believe they've got a character named Sherma and a character named Stella, and they didn't make the command decision to name either of them Sheila. You know what I mean? Could be Sheila's farm that I'm hanging out on right now. I don't want to talk to that dog. Little chocobilly banjo. Aunt Stella. Raffaello. I think that her name should be Sheila and the baby's name should be Bloke. So it's Bloke and Sheila. Like the restrooms at Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, let's go make Sid get better. So I've got Sid is just, you know, he's not having whatever he's dreaming about. There's one giveaway sign that he's having a nightmare. One giveaway sign, and that's that he's literally in a bed with his belt on. The shoes, that's weird. The belt buckled, that's strange. First thing a man does when he lies down in a bed feeling bad in his clothes is whip the belt open. If your belt doesn't hurt you a tiny bit, then you probably don't even need it. Chocobo. Oh, the baby is just gonna vampire levitate into the puzzle piece black hole above the belted, bedridden, ponytailed, bespectacled individual. Currently having a bonkers time with something in his brain. I'm just gonna jump in that hole. Yeah, blast me in there. Just blast me in. Put me in this weirdo's brain. The loading screen is still happening. Sid's memories, alright. Let's see what this guy remembers. Goo goo gaga, we know the baby's in here. Okay. So, again, you get all this very fun. Chocobo's talon brands have certain abilities and elemental properties. The elements interact with each other in this way. So you have these like elemental relationships, resistances, and weaknesses. All the game design in a mystery dungeon is always very clean. Oh my god, bothering me with the whisper weed. I love your music, but you're bothering me. I'm going to change my job. I know how to change my job. So you do the change crystal at the beginning of the dungeon, and I'm going to level up. I'm going to be a knight. Oh my god, look at my helmet. Look at my helmet. We're going to go ahead and throw a buddy in here. I got to say, I love goddamn goblins. Alright, Goblin, let's kill. Goblin has become your buddy. I wouldn't have it any other way. So this is the first dungeon that feels almost like a dungeon. Buddies have the same level as Chocobo. Their level increases alongside Chocobos. They collapse and their HP falls to 0. Floors will change crystals. Buddies will be revived. Some buddies have special characteristics or elemental weaknesses and resistances. This is good. Check a buddy's characteristics. You can choose the right buddy for a job. Swap places with the buddy. So you can actually press the B button to swap places. Oh, I got a bejeweled collar. That's nice. We're going to equip that. Basically, if I put on equipment, my buddy gets stronger too. That's all I need. It's just friends helping friends. I've found the exit already. It does not behoove me to... Okay. Yeah, we bonkered down on that guy. He's dead. Chocobo and Goblin level up at the same time. More buddy points. I'm paranoid about there being traps. I don't like traps in my dungeons. Did I just blast waste that ghost? Goblin, get in here. Yo, Goblin. Oh, he actually can't. Can't fight around the corner. So that's why he's not trying. Okay. We're doing good. We're making good time. Okay, there's probably nothing to explore here. Okay. Let's continue. Let's just go to that. Okay, don't... Look, goblins are required to be my friends. I'm gonna let my goblin handle it. There you go. That was teamwork. By which I mean I made him do it. Next floor. I really like having being able to bring a buddy down into the dungeon with me, and then having every single enemy. And you'll see. I want that treasure. Teleport wings, thanks. These tight hallways. Ooh. Absolutely crushed. Alright, goblin. Oh. I keep killing before the goblin can do anything. Found the exit, but again, we don't want to take it. I can't believe he lived. You always got to make sure to turn to face the enemy because you'll miss if you don't. Hold on. This is just an easy kill. I know that we can just basically one turn that guy. Maximizing what you can do with every turn in a mystery dungeon is really good. It's kind of the point. Oh, there's no throughway over there. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, hold on. You can run as well if you hold B. It's a very selective sort of running. There's the exit already. That's a Mandragora. I got blasted. That's my level up. 163. Okay. You regain HP as you walk. Just another bejeweled collar. Something for the storage. The dungeons being different every time is fun. It's like you're playing a board game, a casino game. There's a... You can see how this appealed to people back in 1993. Ah, heck. There we go. That was very sloppy. I should have got both of my guys in there right away. You jerk. Alright, Goblin. Ah. Goblin was too late for the death blow. I am just eating these goblin fists. I'm gobbling these clubs. Nothing. Oh well. A little bit of buddy points. The goblin is just like... He's leading the way. Sleeping Ghost. Kill him in one hit. 3 buddy points. Ah. Forgot the map. Forgetfulness trap is interesting because it will, as you'll see, it'll make the mini-map just reduce to nothing. Good thing we were done with this floor. Sometimes you get one of those close and you know where the exit is. You want to not chance it. Can't stress enough, these dungeons tend to get pretty hard. Oh, that goblin just teleported in. Very good. This guy ain't nothing. I can now bring a ghost along as my buddy. So you'll just see from this Bud Reg that you just got these buddies here. You have ghosts, and then you also have goblins. I feel like they should be side by side. And ghouls should be in there as well. Mandraz. I don't have enough buddy points for them yet. And you'll see, for example, with bats, that werebat I can unlock when I get 12 more points, but I haven't even fought one yet. So I need to actually fight one. This goblin is going to die. I can't believe he lived. And we leveled up just in time to avoid actually needing to heal. Once again. Just nice, simple, gentle, ginger casino math. And you get to a point in here where you're looking for stuff because you want stuff that you can put in the storage that you can use later. Because if you die, you lose what you didn't use. It's a healing circle. I didn't need that. This dungeon is some real preschool stuff. There's the boss stairs. Keep thinking there might be a treasure of some kind here. Kill him. Come on, Goblin. There we go. Any hit I would have taken there. Oh, nice. A food trap. Oh man, we are really just kind of tag teaming here. There's another heal. Ah, fails to trigger. They call it a healing trap, though it's like, it's not really a trap. Ah. Just fighting these goblins in a goddamn bottleneck. Mandragora. So you can actually walk in place by pressing A and B at the same time. Which wastes a turn, but also allows you to recover HP without moving. Fun little trick. Do that. There it is. Brings the guy over to me. I didn't let my partner in. I woke this guy up. I could have let my goddamn partner in on the job. Get him, Goblin. Wow, the Goblin was unconcerned. Well, now we head down. Next floor of the dungeon. Just call me Buddy again. Don't call me Buddy. Alright. Goblin, do you want some of this? See, this is where 2 players would actually be pretty fun. Not actually. I mean, it would be like legitimately pretty fun because you'd be able to just kind of yell at each other about what to do. Oh my god. We beat him without using any special moves or any tactics at all. Okay, hold on. There's leather talents plus 1 I want to drop. I have some trash in here to drop. Or do I have some trash to drop? I mean, I have some normal stuff. Warp wings are neat to get you. It will warp you around a floor at random if you're surrounded by monsters. Sometimes it's good to just spin the slot machine. Teleport wings, escape the dungeon. I don't want to get rid of that. Strengthens equipment. So we're going to actually just drop these. I have to remove the equipment. Oh, for God's sake. I have to remove the equipment before. And then you put it down. Other talents plus 1. Let's see if these are stronger. They're the same. Except they can be honed. So I'm going to try that. The luxury of being able to walk a full lap around the stairs. Hey, buddy. Costco, Dad. Are you going to bother me again? Oh, God. Purple items means they're unidentified and you don't know what they are. Yeah, I know. Appraisal glasses. As in real life, you need 1 pair of glasses to look at one thing. We're coming out hungry at this dungeon. 37% food. It's just literally a game about dying hungry. Literally about dying hungry. Which, coincidentally, is not what I'm ever going to do. The implication is that when I die, my stomach will just be blasted full.
Tower in the sands. That's the last place anyone ever saw my grandfather.
Your grandfather? Was his name also Sid?
Airship right within my grasp.
So it's interesting, the Tower of Babel is where you get the airship in Final Fantasy 1. So that tower in the sand in the desert.
My grandfather's dream, and my father's after that.
So it's a neat little callback. Look at the weird fixtures and screws on the sides of his glasses. It's kind of weird looking.
To find it, to find them.
Yeah?
That's right. My name is Sid, the great treasure hunter Sid.
I think he's got to chill out with the kangaroo leather, because nothing in the treasure hunter code book says you gotta You gotta be just decked out in scratched up kangaroo pelt or whatever it is he's wearing. You know, I have a good question, a philosophical question for a little over-under here. You know? So, more or less is the question. More or less, if you're a guy, a man like him, a strapping man, he looks, he's got that, what do you call it? That nonchalant modern virility that makes people make fun of dudes with ponytails. Look at that quadruple done scrunchie. The kiddo is Raffaello. You're calling him kiddo, not buddy, because he only calls the Chocobo buddy. Over or under, more or less. Strapping man. Maneuvering about town. I can bring him along as my buddy. So he calls me buddy. Yeah, ring the bell. I don't care. Look at that low-res texture on that bell. Again, I love it. I love a little bit of this smeary texture. It makes me think of home. Chapter 2, Fires Quenched, Memories Rekindled. One blaze put out, the other blaze.
Stella, we're not just looking for the timeless power.
I'm also searching for stuff to put in my satchel. He's got a big satchel.
In town where I could find clues to either of their whereabouts?
So again...
I don't know that much about the town, to be honest.
Yeah, we can ask Mayor Gale.
Lost Time proper and...
All right, I'll go check it out.
So
right
it's like,
away.
if you're just a man about town strutting around with a chocobo, more or less, people are going to ask you to pet the chocobo than would ask to pet a dog. What do you think? I mean, birds are kind of gross. And just assuming, you know, the whole
I'm glad to see Sid
they live
step.
glasses effect, which you assume that if you were to step through the screen and enter the world of the game, like this woman would transform and she would suddenly look like a real woman and not like a cartoon character.
Chocobo! Aunt Stella! We've got trouble. Raffaello's gone!
The baby's gone. It really sounds like they combined Raphael and Donatello.
He can barely crawl. He can't have gotten very far.
So, okay, hold on. You're talking about the baby can't crawl? Haven't you seen the baby can goddarn fly? Like, come on.
Uncle Search in town!
All right.
I don't like when games feature characters who misremember, underestimate, or otherwise demystify
I'll check here around the farm.
magical imagery the game has
Chocobo,
presented.
would you help me look? Thanks. All right, let's get going.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, I now have to hang out with Aunt Stella for a little bit. I wonder where Uncle Stanley is. This is just basically your excuse to look around the farm and learn what's on the farm. The farm contains a lot of meta things. Basically, you're now required to go into all of these buildings. At which point, she's like, oh, baby's not here. And then she's like, have you been getting along with the animals? Just basically telling you, didn't take long to befriend the animals. Yeah, and then they let you stay here. Now you get to figure out what the animals do. So yeah, a horse-maned cow named Manily wants to know if I have any questions about fish. And so the bird stands and wonders whether or not to listen. Shake my head as though disappointed in my own lack of curiosity as regards ichthyology. I'm Molly, a dreamy gal who loves flowers. Lord. Just like a mimosa flower. I mean, just horse mane hinging on human hair. Perched atop just like a flap of garbage on these big barrel-chested cows' heads. Cursed items are cool. That cow up there just gives tips. Do I have a minute? Yeah, why not? This cow just wants to tell me how to be prepared. For a girl cow, she sure is a Boy Scout. I suppose this is around about the sort of place where we would want to stop talking about this game for now. Sweet little game. Cute little game. Full of Final Fantasy remixes. Full of this sweet little chocobo. Would you pet the chocobo like a dog? Would you hug the chocobo? Can't really hug a bird. That would be weird. Birds are very fragile. Their bodies are like 30% air.
Hi there.
I mean, that's just not enough of anything else. There's very little to squeeze about a bird. Bones would shatter. Yeah, you can blow a bird up real good, and I'm not even kidding. Oh, the old mill is here. You gotta love the old mill. There's another chocobo I wanted to point out. God dang. You're just gonna keep talking to me? Look, I'm a smart chocobo and I know exactly where the baby is. Oh, here's the old grain silo. Chocobo's just in here thinking about, oh my god. It's a girl chocobo who talks.
What do you mean you don't know? You're Poulet. You just showed up at our village with your friend. It's me, Camilla.
Am I Poulet?
Did you forget already? Oh, babe, what's going on? You told me Dad was at the end.
Dad?
So I rushed over, but...
Oh my god. Ladybird having just a perplexing puzzle piece.
Huh? What was I talking about?
Oh my god. Oh, the purple hole. You ever see a purple light gushing hole and you want to just dive in? That's what the chocobo is considering now. Anyway. I'm going to play this game on the bus. And I love having those Final Fantasy music remixes, so I could just chill with those.
Hi there.
You know what I wonder about Final Fantasy 15 is, was it really the best idea for them, brand identity-wise, to just let me listen to whatever Final Fantasy music I want during the long car trips? Because I sure did just listen to the Final Fantasy 7 soundtrack and the battle theme from Final Fantasy 13 for most of that game, to a point where I don't even really remember much of Final Fantasy 15's music. Okay, check this out. Check this out. If this doesn't do it for you, I don't know what else to do for you. I mean, look at that. That's just hilarious. Anyway, I was born stupid, however, I will not die hungry. Video games forever. Kotaku.com.